Hey everybody, this is RC Mechanic and welcome back. This is part 3 of the Fast Trucks equals Broken Truck series. At least that's what I like to call it. And today we're going to dig into the rear of this truck. We finished the front. There were a few things I had to do some final touches on after the last video. Only because I've had the front end apart for so long that I definitely forgot a few things. Alright, so first thing is these here upper shock mounts, carbon fiber and aluminum, right? Super light, should be super strong, a lot stronger than the plastic. Lower trailing arms, aluminum and carbon fiber, again, same, a little bit heavier maybe. And then we have the rear drive shaft. These are all made by Hot Racing, and if you can catch that, that's the part number for the lower trailing arms right there. LRR56L01. Alright. The upper shock mounts would be X001P16TAJ. Alright, and then the rear drive shaft LRR37R06. Alright, so why Hot Racing? Well, I've had some really good luck with them, and they're not very expensive. At least not when I bought them, they weren't. I'm not sure about right now, but when I bought them, they were not very expensive. Okay, I felt there were some things on this truck that could use some extra strength. We already took care of the front end problem, or it wasn't really a problem, just something I wanted to do. Right, so we took care of the front end upgrades, and now we're going to attend to the rear. All right, so let me just put this stuff aside, and I'm going to show you what I forgot to do. Alright. So, see if we can zoom in a little bit. Alright, so you see this bracket right here. I forgot about that one. So I had to take everything off, put this on. And then, if you remember right from the last video, when I was putting the bell crank in, I felt like, hey, there's something missing here. Well, since I was thinking ahead, I kind of separated, different parts of this truck into different areas. But I got one part in the wrong bin, and that would be this piece right here. This piece goes underneath here, and it ties into the bell crank at the top, so it makes it a lot stronger now. So, yeah. So chances are I may need a servo horn after this. Okay? Alright. So now, whoops, wrong one. Now we dig into the rear. And the rear will be not near as complicated as the front. Alright, so you may be wondering, or trying to remember back, if you've been watching, why I switched out all this stuff to begin with. It started out with a front diff cup, right? Front diff cup was plastic, it was stripping out, had a lot of problems with that, but the only problem I had with this truck, right, besides shearing off a dry pin right here at this rear drive shaft. So I'm going to show that to you. Alright, so I'm not really sure if you all can pick this up. This here is the original front differential drive cup, and if you look at this hole right here, you can see it's like all wallered out. This one here as well. This one was really loose. Actually, it was just about, the screw was about to fall off. It was digging into the case and everything. So that had become a problem. So I went ahead and I bought these aluminum ones, which I think will hold up a lot better. Screws go way down in here. You know, they're not Phillips head for one, and this right, you know, everything about this is stronger. Not only that, but the heads of these screws are countersunk, so the chances of them coming loose are a lot less. Okay, so that's what we're going to do to the rear diff now, and that was the whole reason for taking this thing all apart. I have decided in this video that I'm not going to address all the things that we'll do with the rear differential. What I'll do is we're going to change out these upper shock towers or holders or brackets, whatever you want to call them, and we're going to change out the bottom, get this differential pulled off right here, and probably remove the drive shaft. And before we get started with that, I'm going to take these shocks off because I'm going to rebuild them anyway, so why not just take them off, right? Alright, so I'm going to do that right now, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so got the shocks off, and next up will be removing this pin from the drive shaft because I've got a feeling it is broken. Okay, so I got it lined up to be right here, and if I grab the right driver, probably get it out. Oh, looks like it was loose. That's not good. Okay, so that pin's fine. So where did it break? I wonder. Let's put that in the little magnetic tray. Diff cup broke. Could be a good reason why we're doing this, right? Come on. That one was really tight. Maybe a little bit. Here, I'll show you. Maybe a little bit too much Loctite in that one. I had to take it really easy because I didn't want to strip it out. So, I guess the first run on 6S, the driveline held up, which is pretty good. Come on. See, there's a little notch right up in here, so if you get it in the right spot, there we go. Alright, both pins are fine. Looks like we have a differential issue. Alright. Drive shaft's out. And there we go. Whoa, the hard part's done. So, next up I'm going to take this bolt and this bolt out, drop this down. Then we're going to there's a bolt at the back of this trailing arm on each side, and take those out, and after that the whole differential come right out. Okay, so the rear differential's off, and I took one of these trailing arms off already, and the reason why I did that is because there are, and I forgot about this when I built the truck, there are two screws, one here and one in behind right up in here, that need to come off before these come off. Okay, so these have to come off. I'm going to take this one here off. Okay, that's off. Alright, so now I can flip this thing upside down. Let's see. Yeah, I can flip this thing upside down, and then I can access those screws underneath a lot easier. And we'll be on to replacing them upper shock towers or brackets. But there are two screws right here. The great thing about this kit is that it basically took one, maybe two drivers to do the whole darn thing. So, alright, got one of these off, almost. Alright, so there we are. Alright, the mounts for the trailing arms are off on the left side because this is upside down. Okay, so take these off over here. The trailing arm shock mounts are off, so I can flip this back over and we can remove the other screws. The other screws would be this one right here and this one right here on each side, and then these come right off. I did notice that these plastic mounts did have some issues. They were starting to warp, most likely from landings and all that, bad terrain. Whoops. There's one part. There's a bottom part right there. And there's a screw at the bottom. One of them. Alright. This piece is off. Okay guys, here is the final finished product. As you can see, I got the lower control arms in. I got the shock mounts on. Looking pretty hot right now. Hey, what do you think? The carbon fiber just looks really good. Hopefully it performs as well as it looks. And the reason why I didn't go through putting it all together with you is due to time. Otherwise this video would have been like hours and hours long. If you have any questions regarding problems installing this, if you're doing this yourself, feel free to leave me a message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, I think it's looking good, man. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, and I'll see you next time.